let me start the. Uh, okay. Good morning, all of you. Welcome to the today's session of kinematics of machinery, Unit 5. We are almost at the end of the unit, and which is the last topic today. And today's topic is just a minute, mouse call. Now, today's topic is let Shivani come. Now, today's topic is interference in gates. So, what is meant by interference? So, what is meant by interference in gates? So, interference is the phenomena between two mating gates. Interference is the phenomena between two mating gates when the tip of one tooth undercuts the root of another tooth of the gate. So, what's the meaning of this? So, that means, as you all know, that a gear contains teeth or tooth. A gear contains tooth over its profile. Is it right? So, one tooth of the gear will mesh with another tooth of the gear. Suppose what happens is, if the addendum circle or addendum of the tooth of the pinion or gear is increased, then what happens? Tell me, if the addendum is increased. So what is meant by addendum? Over the pitch circle, whatever the value of this distance is known as, that is known as addendum. That addendum is increased, it will intersect, it will interfere with the root of the other gear. So that is the concept, a simple concept that we are going to discuss. So I hope you understood this. Now welcome again to today's session of kinematics of machinery, Unit 5. We are almost at the end of the unit, and we are going to discuss interference in gates, the concept of interference. So what is meant by the concept of interference? I will let you know. Interference is the phenomenon between two mating gates when the tip of one tooth undercuts the root of the other teeth. The tip of one tooth undercuts the root of the other tooth of the gear. So that means when the two teeth of the two different gears, they are in mesh, if the addendum of one of the tooth of the gear is not in correct order, it is in excess, then it will remove some portion of the material of the tooth, which is known as interference. So interference is something like intersecting by having some intersection. So that means the tooth of the one of the gear should lie within the base circle of the another gear. So that means if the tooth of one of the gear is exceeding the base circle, that means the tooth of one of the gear is lying within the base circle of another gear, then the problem of interference will occur. So in order to understand this particular topic, let us show a small diagram. Not a small diagram actually. I have prepared a big diagram. So see this diagram. Now let us see this diagram. I can make it shorter. I can make it short. Now let us see this diagram now. In order to understand this, I have made this particular diagram. Now let us see. Now here in this particular diagram, we have two gear wheels. One is a pinion and another one is wheel. Pinion is shown above the diagram and wheel is shown below the diagram. For the pinion, center is A and for the wheel, center is B. The pinion is a shortest. So why it is called as a pinion? It is because the gear is a short one. A small gear is known as a pinion. A big gear is known as a gear or a wheel. The terminology is like this. And for the pinion, center is A, and for the pinion, center is B. Now, in simple terminology, I will let you know what is meant by interference. So that means the interference is, in order to understand the interference, let us see some of the terminology here, the different circles. Now, for the pinion, the dotted circle is known as pitch circle. So this is a pitch circle. For the pinion, this is a pitch circle. And for the pinion, this is the addendum circle. And for the pinion, this is the base circle. And forget about it, another circle that will be coming later. Now, similarly, for the wheel, this is the pitch circle. And similarly, for the wheel, this is the addendum circle. And similarly, for the wheel, this is the base circle. I hope you are able to follow this. Now, this is the terminology. Now, here what we are doing, the two pitch circles of pinion two pitch circles of this is the pitch circle of the pinion, and this is the pitch circle of the wheel intersect at one point known as pitch point. Is any doubt? Any doubt so far? Am I clear? Guys, any doubt? Okay. Now that means the two pitch circles will intersect at one point known as pitch point. Now that means every time the two pitch circles will be having a common point, and at this common point the two pitch circles will have a common tangent, common point. To this point the motion is transmitted. Now let us see another terminology. See, pi is a pressure angle. How you are getting this pressure angle? I have already told you in the previous classes. A pressure angle. No, it's not time to discuss the pressure angle once again. Lots of time we have discussed what is minimum pressure angle in the previous classes. Now let us see. Mn is what? Mn is the common tangent to the base circle. See, this is M and this is N. Mn is a common tangent to the base circle. So that means now here you can see here AP, see here, AP is a pitch circle radius of the pinion. Do remember all this terminology. AP is a pitch circle radius of the pinion, and BP is a pitch circle radius of the wheel. Please do remember this terminology. AP is a pitch circle radius of the pinion. Small capital AP. Capital AP is the pitch circle radius of the pinion. So, and BP is the pitch circle radius of the wheel. So this is BP. Now I hope you understood this. Now, why is the pressure angle? Now, Mn is a common tangent to the two base circles. How you are going to get the Mn? The line Mn is obtained by, see, you are going to get line Mn in such a way that the base circle of wheel and the base circle of pinion, through which a common tangent which is passing through this pitch point is taken. A common tangent which is passing through the pitch point and which is a common tangent to the base circles is Mn. Now this is what we have discussed. Complete information of this which is given already in the class of what is known as length of path of contact. Now tell me what is path of contact in this? Can anybody tell me? Now C and D are the 2 points on the addendum circles also. Now let me see. C is a point on the addendum circle of the pinion which intersects the common tangent. C is a point which intersects the addendum circle of the pinion of the common tangent. Similarly, D is a point which intersects the common tangent and the addendum circle of the wheel. Now, can anybody tell me what is the path of contact in this diagram? Can anybody tell me what is the path of contact in this diagram? Let me show you this like this. Can anybody tell me what is the path of contact in this diagram? See this diagram clearly. Mn is a common tangent to the two base circles, and C is the, I told you in the previous classes, the path of contact. Now, the path of contact is CD here or DC here. Path of contact is CD. The length of path of contact is CD, in which CP is known as length of path of approach, or PD is known as length of path of recess. So this point is already covered in the previous class. Okay, one part. Now see here. Now let us see. Now let us see this. Now let us see this diagram. Now let us understand this diagram. Now if here in this particular gear arrangement, and see the pinion is measured with wheel. When the pinion is rotating in the clockwise direction, the wheel is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. When pinion is the driver, wheel is the driven. See here, when pinion is rotating in the clockwise direction and the wheel is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, when pinion is the driver and wheel is the driven, that means the two teeth of pinion and wheel will engage at point D and disengage at point C. In such a way, the point D to C is known as length of path of contact. So that means the two pair of teeth will engage at point D. The two pair of teeth will engage at point. The two pair of teeth will engage at point D and will disengage at point C. In such a way, the length DC is known as length of path of contact. I hope you understood this. The two pair of teeth will engage at point D and will disengage at point C. In such a way, it is known as length of path of contact. Now that means AC is the, see here. I am now actual. So far whatever we have discussed is just the repetition of the previous class. Now coming to the actual class. Now let us go to the actual class. Now let me stop share and I can discuss with your friends, with you all. I hope this is understood you, Mr. Who is Naveen? Naveen ever మన క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నారా? అజయ్ నంబర్ పెట్టుకోవచ్చు కదా.
ఏమో సార్ తెలియదు.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే. Actually so far so now I did not discuss much about this interference concept. Now I am going to discuss the interference concept now. I hope up to now whatever I have discussed is just a simple length of path of contact only, and more about interference I am going to discuss now. Okay, now let us see. The interference will occur, just a minute. Now let us see here. Now AC is, now let me, now please all of you focus here. What is meant by actual interference concept we are going to see in this particular diagram. Now within 2 minutes you will be understanding, we will be getting to know what is meant by interference. Now let us see here. In this particular arrangement of gears, pinion is the driver and wheel is the driven. Pinion is rotating in the clockwise direction and wheel is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. When pinion is the driver which is driving the wheel with center B, then the two pair of teeth, that means teeth on the pinion will engage with teeth on the wheel at point D. I hope this is understood to you. This is somewhat that we have seen in the previous classes of length of path of contact. That means that teeth of pinion will engage with the teeth of the wheel at point D, and the contact is maintained D to P and P to C, and the two teeth whose engagement ends at point C. When the pinion is rotating in the clockwise direction and the wheel is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. In such a way, the distance DC is known as length of path of contact, and in which DP is known as length of path of approach, and PC is known as length of path of recess. I hope this is understood to you. Now I am going to actual concept of interference will be understood now. Now let us see here. A is the center of the pinion, where AC is the addendum circle radius of the pinion. AC, see here, AC is the addendum circle radius of the pinion. If by chance, if the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased, now what I am going to do, if the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased and if it is equated to M, that means C will be equal to M. That means as I increase the radius of the addendum circle, what happens is at one point of time, the tooth will go inside the base circle of the wheel. The tooth will go inside the base circle of the wheel. But in the concept of involute gear, the tooth profile will exist outside the base circle. In such a way, if any tooth which is lying inside the base circle is not in the involute profile, then what happens? The tooth portion will cut, the tooth portion is removed. So that means the tip of the tooth in such a case will undercut the tooth of the wheel at the root portion. So in this portion, some portion of the material of the wheel is removed, or the portion of the tooth is removed. So that is the concept of interference. I hope you understood this. So this is simple to understand, where see, such that if the addendum circle is increased, means what is meant by if the addendum circle is increased? Addendum is increased. If the addendum is increased, that the portion of the excess addendum is going to touch the base circle of the wheel, and the portion of the excess circle will be removed. So this is what this is known as interference in gears. I hope you understood this. That means if the addendum circle radius AC is increased to AM, so the addendum circle AC is there. The addendum circle of the pinion is AC. If it is increased to up to here, it is okay. If the addendum circle radius of pinion is AC, and if what is the addendum circle radius of the wheel? Sorry, BD is the addendum circle radius of the wheel. Now let us come to the pinion portion. If the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased from AC to see here, A to C, A to C. If the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased from AC to AM, then it is a limiting point. M is a limiting point. If the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased more than M, that means then more than M, what happens is the portion of the tooth of the pinion will remove the undercut the portion of the wheel. So that means this is the cause as interference. Interference is the phenomena between pair of two mating teeth. That means the portion of the tooth on the pinion will remove the portion of the tooth on the wheel at the root portion. So what is the root portion? This is the root portion. The base portion, the base circle. So the base circle portion is, this is the root portion. Is root under then. The root portion అనేది వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. Either root portion will be removed or the tooth of the pinion will be removed. So that means interference will not be a problem if the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased from A to C to AC to AM. But if the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased more than AM, then the problem of interference will occur. That the limiting circle radius, the limiting addendum circle radius of the pinion is AM. That can also be called as maximum addendum circle radius. In such a way, I have drawn a circle which is dashed, which is dashed line, dashed circle, for which AM is the addendum circle radius. For which AM is the addendum circle radius. That means if the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased more than AM, then the problem of interference will start. The problem of interference will occur. So why it is happening? If the addendum circle radius of the pinion is increased more than AM, the portion of the teeth, tip of the teeth will go inside the base circle. If the tip of the teeth is going inside the base circle, means then it is not an involute profile. It is going to cut the portion of the teeth of the pinion, and some portion of the teeth of the pinion is going to be damaged, removed. So such is the concept of interference. I hope you understood this. Similar to this, so here AM is the limiting radius or limiting addendum circle radius of the pinion. Similarly, let us see this concept. Let us apply this concept. Let us apply this concept for wheel also. Now let us see for wheel BN is the, now let us see for wheel BN is the addendum circle. See BD, let us see BD is the addendum circle radius of the pinion wheel. BD is the addendum circle radius of the wheel. Now if the addendum circle radius of the wheel is increased, what happens? Then the addendum will be increased. If the addendum circle radius is further increased, now if the radius is increased up to N, there is no problem. If the radius of the addendum circle is increased beyond BN, then the problem of interference will start. So that means the limiting radius of the addendum circle of the wheel is BN. The limiting radius of the addendum circle of the wheel is BN. So that means if the addendum circle of the wheel is greater than BN, then the problem of interference will be there, where the tip of tooth of the wheel will undercut the teeth of the tooth of the pinion at the root portion. As a result, some portion of the material of the tooth tip will be damaged or removed, which is the concept of interference. So this is somewhat difficult to understand. I hope you understood this. So that means interference is nothing but intersection of one teeth surface, one tooth surface with the profile or the root of the other wheel, such that this is so happening if the addendums of one particular, this is happening because the addendum circles of gears are not maintained, or addendum of one particular tooth or gear is not maintained properly. So this is known as interference, the concept of interference. I hope you understood this. Now, what is the limiting? So for pinion, the maximum addendum circle radius is AM. For wheel, the maximum addendum circle radius is, similarly for wheel, the maximum addendum circle radius is N, BN. So that means in order to avoid interference, now the question comes, sir, how to avoid interference? You will be getting a doubt, sir, how to avoid interference? The interference would be avoided when the addendum circles of the two wheels intersect the addendum circles of the two wheel intersect the base circles within the points of tangency. That means the maximum addendum circle diameter, the maximum addendum circle of the pinion will be AM, or another one, the for the wheel it is the maximum addendum circle of the wheel would be BN. So that means the addendum, the interference between the two pair of teeth or two pair of gears will be avoided when the common tangent Mn in within the, so within these points the addendum circles are cut in such a way the points M and N are known as points of interference points, the points, so the maximum points, the limiting points. So within these limiting points, if the addendum circles are built, then there is no problem of interference. If the addendum circle is increased more than M, that is AM, or if the addendum circle is increased more than BN, then the problem of interference will start. So this is known as interference concept. Now, if interference is to be considered, the problem of interference is there, then NP and PM. So if in order to avoid the interference, the limiting addendum circle diameters will be extended like this. The limiting addendum circle will be for the wheel, the limiting addendum circle wheel, and this will be the limiting addendum circle of the pinion. So in the limiting condition, the NP will become length of path of maximum length of path of approach, and PM would become the maximum length of path of recess. That means the two mating circles, the two gears will start intersecting, the two gears will start engaging at N, and engagement ends at M. So that means in the limiting condition, the two gears whose teeth will engage at point N, and the two teeth will travel from N to M, and the two teeth whose engagement ends at point M. So that means N to M is known as length of path of approach in the limiting condition within the interference zone. So if the path of contact exceeds this, then the problem of interference again starts. So to avoid the problem of interference, the addendum circles of the two wheels will cut within the points of M and N. If the addendum circles of the two wheel exceeds these points of M and N, then the problem of interference will start. So this is what I wanted to tell. So that means the distance N to M is known as maximum length of path of contact, in which NP is the maximum length of path of approach. NP is the maximum length of path of approach. Similarly, PM is known as maximum length of path of recess. So keeping this in view, I am going to discuss. Now I am going to write the maximum length of path of approach. Now from triangle APN, PN is equal to, see this, APN, a triangle of చూడండి. In triangle APN, PN is opposite side, AP is adjacent side. AP is pitch circle radius of the pinion. What is the pitch circle radius? AP is equal to R. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, AP is equal to R, BP is equal to capital R. చూపించాను. So PN is maximum length of path of contact. So PN is equal to R sin phi. చూడండి ఇక్కడ PN is equal to AP sin phi, PN is equal to R sin phi. PN is equal to R sin phi. The maximum length of path of approach is equal to PN is equal to AP sin phi, R sin phi. Similarly, the maximum length of path of recess. Now, the maximum length of path of recess is, so see the triangle BMP, another triangle BMP. In this triangle BMP, I want PM distance. To get the PM distance, what we can do? PM is equal to BP sin pi. BP is capital R. Capital R is addendum circle radius. BP is AP R sin pi. Now the maximum length of path of contact is nothing but the maximum length of path of approach plus maximum length of path of recess, which is R sin pi plus capital R sin pi, R plus R sin pi. So the maximum length of path of contact is small r plus capital R into sin pi. But we know that in the previous class we have studied the maximum length of arc of contact is nothing but the maximum length of path of contact divided by cos pi, which is nothing but R plus R sin pi by cos pi, R plus R tan pi. So that means in order to avoid interference, the addendum circles of two wheels, the addendum circles of two mating gears cut the common tangent between the base circles within the points of tangents. That means the addendum circles of the two wheels the addendum circles of the two wheels cut the base circle at the points of tangents. అంటే ఈ maximum addendum circle diameter should not cross m for the pinion, and the maximum addendum circle diameter or radius for the wheel should not cross n for the wheel. So this is not known as interference in involute gears. So this is difficult to understand, but the concept is like this. We need to understand. That's it. Any doubts, guys? Now you can re-log in so that we can have another topic including this. Wait for 15 to 20 minutes. Ajay,
sir, sir.
this is going to end within 2 minutes. Now you can re-log in.
Okay.
Now you can re-log in so that we can have one more small derivation is there, so that we can in the afternoon class we can plan some problems. We can solve some more problems. I hope this is understood to you. Shivani, అర్థమైందా ఇంటర్ఫరెన్స్? 1 minute ఉంది, 2 minutes ఉంది. Shivani, అర్థమైందా? ఎక్కడ where you are going to struck now, tell me.
నేను రావడమే క్లాస్ కి లేట్
లేదు, నువ్వు జస్ట్ నువ్వు రాకముందు నువ్వు రావడం చూసా నేను. నువ్వు రావడం కంటే అప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ ఏం అవ్వలేదు. నువ్వు జస్ట్ రావడం తోటి స్టార్ట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను. ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ రీలాగిన్ అవ్వండి అందరూ.
ఓకే సార్.
మళ్ళీ అలా ప్లీజ్ రీలాగిన్. అజయ్ అటెండెన్స్ తీసుకోవాలి. అజయ్ అటెండెన్స్ తీసుకో. అటెండెన్స్ క్యాప్చర్ చేయి.
తీసుకున్నా సార్.
ఓకే, నేను మళ్ళీ రీలాగిన్ అవ్వండి అందరూ.
ఓకే సార్.